Good morning. Welcome to Sports Moves, your gentle stretch class. My name is Nicole. For today's workout, you're just going to need some space and a mat for when we go down to the floor so that you'll be comfortable. We're going to get right into it. So standing with your feet about hip width distance apart, take a big inhale, stand up super tall, big shoulder rolls. And reverse. And relax, keeping that chest open. Big inhale, sweep the arms up, clasp the hands together at the top, lean to your right. Keeping your biceps near your ears. And all the way over to your left. And back to your center. Rotate from your chest and shoulders all the way through your torso. And reverse. And stay at your center. Drop your hands down to chest height, pressing your palms out toward me, rounding through your back. Drop your chin towards your chest. And release, coming up tall. Unlace your fingers, bring them behind your back. Interlace them again and press them down towards the ground, opening up through your chest. Flip the palms up towards the ceiling, hinge forward, letting them rise as far as comfortable for you. Letting your head hang naturally. And then unlace your fingers, let them fall down towards your toes. We're going to alternate lifting your heels off the ground. One side and then the other, pressing into your toes. It's okay if you're not quite down to the ground. And put both feet back on the mat flat. Roll halfway up, one hand above each knee. Circles. And reverse. Stay at your center. Roll the rest of the way up, nice and tall, hands to your hips. Big circles, pressing your hips out. Right, back, left, forward. The next time you come to your center, reverse. Relax. When you come back to your center, stay there. Big inhale, sweeping the arms over your head. Exhale, release those arms down just to shoulder height, palms facing the ground. Forward circles. Reverse. Palms towards the ceiling. Reverse. relax the arms down by your side. Alternate lifting your elbows, making a full range circle through your shoulder. Or you can extend your arm all the way out if you feel comfortable there. And reverse. One more, each side. And then a big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes. Take a deep breath at the bottom. And slowly roll all the way back up to the top. Big shoulder roll at the top. Shake it out, take a breath, get your feet a little bit wider. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, bring your hands directly in front of you to the mat. Place your right hand directly in front of your nose. Let your left hand sweep up towards the ceiling, following it with your eyes. Rotating as far as you can, try to stack your shoulders on top of one another. It's okay if you haven't quite made it to the ground. With your next exhale, bring the left hand all the way back down to the mat. Place it where the right hand is. Let your right hand sweep up towards the ceiling, following it with your eyes. And with your next exhale, bring it all the way back down to the mat. Walk halfway up your legs, one hand above each knee. Big inhale and round, pulling your spine towards the ceiling. Exhale, flat back release, let your chest fall towards the floor. Again, big inhale and exhale. One more time, rounding through your back. And then flat back, chest comes towards the floor. Let's stay there. Bring your right shoulder towards your left knee. Switch, left shoulder towards your right knee. And bring it back to your center, roll all the way up. Big shoulder roll at the top. Keeping your feet apart, turn your toes so that they're facing away from your body. Take a big inhale, sweep the arms up, pressing the palms together at the top. Exhale, sink down into squat as low as you can. Big inhale all the way up, hands over your head. Exhale, down by your side, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes or towards the mat. Inhale, roll all the way up, hands over your head, pressing the palms together. Exhale, down to that sumo squat. Low as you can get, big inhale, all the way back up. Exhale, hinge forward, bring your hands directly in front of you towards the mat. One more time. Inhale, rolling up, sweeping the arms over your head. Exhale, press the palms together, sink down as low as you can, press your knees towards your toes. Inhale, all the way back up. Exhale, hinge forward. Stay here at the bottom. We're going to go for our groin stretch, bending through your knees. Drop your hips towards the mat as your chest comes up. And then straighten out just through your legs. We're going to do that 2 more times. Bend and straighten. Last one. Bend and straighten. This time as you straighten, you can roll all the way up to the top. Big shoulder rolls at the top. Shake it out, take a breath, walk those feet back in. We're going to go into a little balance. If you want to slide next to a wall, counter, chair, something that makes you feel comfortable in your balance, we're going to start with a set of calf raises. So feet hip width distance apart, standing up nice and tall, shoulders over your hips, over your knees, over your ankles. You're going to be pressing into your big toes to lift your heels off the ground, pressing the crown of your head straight up towards the ceiling. Here we go. Big press and release. Again, nice and controlled. Keeping the weight near your big toes. Keep a strong core, navel sucked in towards your spine, squeeze your glutes. The next one's going to be a hold, so press up and try to stay up at the top. If you feel comfortable, so you can sweep your arms over your head. And release the arms back down by your sides, keeping those heels up. Can you look over your right shoulder? All the way around over your left shoulder. Back to your center now, put those heels down, shake it out, take a breath. Now we're going to pull our toes up, so back with your parallel feet, hip width distance apart. We're going to keep the heels on the ground, pull the toes up. So we're going to start with one side and then the other. Nice and controlled. One more each side. And then if you're feeling comfortable, you're going to try to do both feet at the same time. Staying in control. Just going to lift those toes up and then lower them back down. Pulling your toes towards your shins. Two more. And then a hold. So you want to try to keep those toes off the ground. You can move your heels a little if you need to find your balance. Then when you're ready, see if you can get your hands over your head. Bring those arms down, not your toes. So you can get that torso rotation looking over your right shoulder. All the way around to the left shoulder. And back to your center. Drop those toes down, take a breath, shake it out. One big inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, release all the tension away. You can grab a drink of water, towel off, and then meet me down on the mat in your seated position, legs straight out in front of you. Okay, so you're seated on the ground, your legs straight out in front of you. You can bring your hands behind your back for support. We're going to point and flex our toes. Every time you flex your toes, see if you can get your heels to pop up off the mat. And relax. Let your feet fall away from one another and back together. So you want to think about bringing those pinky toes towards the ground and then the big toes back towards one another. Now keeping your feet together, let them fall from side to side like windshield wipers. let them be at your center. Give them a little wiggle, shaking them out. And then squeeze, curling your toes under. Release, spreading them apart. Again, squeeze. And release. One more squeeze. And release. Quick wiggle. With your next inhale, sweep the arms over your head. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes. Head looks at your knees. If you can't quite reach your toes, that's okay. Might be at your shins or your ankles. Head looks towards your knees. And release. Sitting up tall. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Place it over the left leg. Give your right knee a hug. Look over your right shoulder. Twisting as far as you can. Pulling your knee as close as you can to your chest. Release to your center. Uncross your legs. Let your right knee fall out to the side in a figure four. Keeping your knee as close as you can to the mat. Walk out your left leg, reaching towards your left toes. Head looks at your left knee. And release, sitting up tall. Tuck your right ankle underneath your left leg. Hands behind your back for support. We're going to lift and lower your left leg. So squeeze and lift, relax and lower. Again, lift, lower, squeeze, release. One more time, and then lift and hold. If you feel comfortable, reach for your calf and pull your whole leg up toward your body. You can stay here, or if you'd like a little challenge, you can let go with one or both of your arms. Slowly bring your leg all the way back down to the mat. Extend the right leg out to meet the left. Shake it out. Pull your left knee in towards your chest. Place it over your right leg. Give your left knee a hug. Look over your left shoulder. Big torso rotation. And release to your center, uncross the left. Letting your left knee fall out to the side. Take a big inhale at your center, walk out your right leg. Head looks at your right knee. You're reaching towards those right toes. The left knee staying as close to the ground as you can. Release, sitting up tall. Tuck your left ankle underneath your right leg. Hands behind your back for support. We're going to lift and lower the right leg. Squeeze and lift. Relax and lower. Lift. Lower. Squeeze. Release. Two more. And the next one's your hold. Lift and hold. If you feel comfortable, reach for your calf and pull your whole leg up towards your body. You can stay like this, or if you want a little more of a challenge, you can let go with one or both of your hands. And slowly bring it all the way back down to the mat. Extend your left leg out to meet the right, shake it out. Big inhale, sweep the arms over your head. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching for those toes one more time. See if you can get a little farther than you did the first time. Sitting up tall. Walk your feet away from one another, so you're sitting in a wide V. Evenly on your sit bones. Take a big inhale at your center. As you exhale, walk your hands straight out in front of you, lowering your chest towards the mat. Staying out long, walk each of your hands towards each of your toes, continuing to let your chest sink towards the floor. Walk each of your hands up each of your legs to your center. Big inhale at your center, sweep your arms over your head. Exhale, drop the right hand into your lap, left hand reaches for your right toes. It's okay if you don't get all the way there, just as far as you can. Exhale to your center. Inhale, sweeping both arms up. Exhale, drop your left hand into your lap, right hand reaches for your left toes. And release, big exhale to your center. Inhale. As you exhale, walk your hands straight out in front of you. See if you can get just a little bit lower than you did the first time. Walking those hands just a little bit farther away. And release, walking your hands back in towards your center. Pull the soles of your feet in toward one another and in toward your body, so you're sitting in a butterfly. Keeping your knees as close as you can to the mat, take a big inhale at your center. As you exhale, drop your chest towards your feet. You can use your elbows to help press your knees towards the mat. And release, sitting up tall. We're gonna balance. Start with one of your feet off the mat, whichever one you're more comfortable with. Work to put less and less of your second foot on the mat until you can bring it up to meet your first. If you don't feel comfortable, you can always stay with just the toe of your second foot down on the mat. If you have both your feet off the mat, see if you can bring them a little bit higher. The goal is chest height. And relax, dropping your feet back to the mat, chest towards your feet. See if you can either get your knees a little closer to the mat or your chest a little closer to your feet than you did the first time. And release, sitting up tall. You can come to your most comfortable seated position, whatever that is. I'm going to go to crisscross. With your next inhale, sweep your arms up, pressing your palms together, pull them down to your center, keeping your elbows up high. Press in with your fingertips, away with your palms. Every time you inhale, rotate your fingers in towards you. Every time you exhale, rotate them out towards me. Working with your breath, you're going to rotate as far as you can in each direction. And bring it back to your center. Interlace your fingers, drop your elbows down, rotate from your wrist. Reverse. And release. release, dropping those hands down by your side. Big inhale, spread the fingers as wide as you can. Exhale, close, making a fist. Again, big inhale and open. Exhale and close. One more time. Inhale and open. Exhale and close. Relax, shake it out, give your fingers a little wiggle. Take a big inhale, sweeping the arms over your head. Exhale the arms down to shoulder height. Palms facing me, little pulses. Flip the palms over, continue to pulse. And relax the arms down by your side. We're going to do some shoulder blade squeezes, pulling your shoulders back down together. And release. Again, big squeeze. And release. One more time. Release. Bring your right arm across your body. Hang on just above your elbow. Relax the shoulder away from your ear. Look to the right. Release at your center. Big inhale, sweep that right arm up over your head. Exhale, let it drop down in between your shoulder blades. Gentle press or tug from your elbow. And release. Arms down by your side. Left arm comes across your body. Hanging on just above your elbow. Relax shoulder. Head looks to your left. Release to your center. With your next inhale, sweep the left arm over your head. Exhale, drop the hand in between your shoulder blades. Gentle press or tug. And release. Let's take one more big inhale, sweeping the arms over your head. Exhale, release all the tension away. Shake it out at the bottom. If you want to take a break, now's a great time to grab a drink of water, towel off, and then reset yourself on your mat in your prone position. So that's going to be lying on your stomach. You can rest your upper body into the mat. We're going to start with our lower body, flexing your toes. Alternate pulling your heels towards your bottom. Getting them as close as you can every time. The next time you pull your right heel in, hold it there, keeping as close to your bottom as you can. If you feel comfortable, you can reach back with your same side hand, so that right hand, and pull it in a little bit closer. Either way, you want to be pressing your hips into the floor. Switch sides, pull that left heel in and hold. Or reach back with that same side hand and pull it a little closer. Press your hips to the mat. And release. Relax your lower body into the mat. We're going to work on our upper body. Bringing your hands to the small of your back, palms facing the ceiling. Relax the elbows down as close as you can to the mat. And then squeeze, pulling them up toward one another. Release, let them drop down towards the mat. 2 more like that. Squeeze and release. 1 more. Squeeze and release. Relax your hands down by your side. And we're going to sweep them, flip your palms towards the ground. We're going to sweep them all the way up and around so they're over your head. We're going to lift and lower just your arms, keeping your chest in the mat. So it's going to be lift, lower, again, lift, lower, 1 more time, lift, lower. Still keeping your chest into the mat. Flip your hands so your palms are towards the, or your pinkies are towards the floor, thumbs are towards the ceiling. Lift and lower. Again, lift and lower. 1 more time. Lift and lower. Flip the palms over so that they are facing the ceiling. 1 more time, keeping the head and chest down. Lift and lower. Again, lift and lower. 1 more time. Lift and lower. Flipping the palms back so they're on the floor, and then walking them in so they're directly underneath your shoulders. You're going to press your chest away from the mat as far as is comfortable for you. You can stop at any time. You can fully extend. You can drop down to your forearms, whatever feels right for you. Look towards the ceiling. If you're on your forearms, you want to make sure that that elbow is right underneath your shoulder. Take a few deep breaths. Pressing your knees into the mat. Press your hips all the way back, up and back, so you come to a child's pose. Releasing all the tension in here. And then you can come up and around. We're going to switch over to our supine position so that we're lying on our back. You can hug your knees in towards your chest and rock from side to side, forward and back, around in a circle, whatever feels right for you. Just releasing all the tension away. Bring some blood flow to your spine. As you feel ready, you can grab onto the inside soles of each of your feet near your big toes and extend into a happy baby. You can continue to rock from side to side here. And release to your center. Hug your knees back in towards your chest. And then extend them straight up towards the ceiling. You can hang on behind your calves or your hamstrings. And then let your feet fall away from one another in a wide V. You can keep your hands on the outsides of your legs for support or extend them out into a T. Release, hugging your knees in towards your chest, and then dropping your feet down to the mat so that they're flat, and that your hands are by your side where they can just barely reach your heels. Flip the palms towards the ceiling.
We're going to bridge. Big inhale at the bottom. As you exhale, press through your heels, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling, squeeze through your glutes. You're holding at the top, keeping your navel sucked in towards your spine. You want to keep your knees in line with your hips, in line with your shoulders, and make sure you're breathing. And release, slowly lower your hips all the way back down to the mat. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Let the left leg extend all the way out onto the mat. Let your right knee fall over to the left side. Arms outstretched into a T. Head looks to the right. And release to your center. We're going to do a set of bicycles, alternating pulling your knees in towards your chest. Level 1, tap the mat in between each repetition. Level 2, take the tap out. Level 3, pull your head and shoulders off the mat. The next time you pull your left knee in towards your chest, hold it there, letting your right leg, head, and shoulders relax onto the mat. Let your left knee fall over to the right side, arms outstretched into a T, head looks to the left. And release to your center. Extend the left leg up towards the ceiling, hanging on behind your hamstring or your calf. Pull it in as close as you can to your body. Rotate from your ankle. Reverse. We're going to scissor, alternating pulling your straight legs up towards the ceiling. Level 1 has the tap. Level 2, taking the tap out. Level 3, pull your head and shoulders off the mat. You're going to stay in control. Work with your breathing. Pulling your leg up as high as you can. And dropping the other one all the way down, either to the tap or to the little hover. The next time you pull your right leg up, hold it there, relaxing the left leg, head and shoulders onto the mat. Pull your right leg in as close as you can to your body. Rotate from your ankle. Reverse. And relax, dropping that right leg all the way down to the mat. Big inhale, sweep the arms over your head. Reach as if someone's pulling you by your fingers and toes. And exhale, pull your knees in towards your chest. Let your feet fall flat onto the mat. Keeping your feet together, let your knees fall apart. So you're lying in a butterfly. Pull your knees back up toward one another. Cross your right ankle over the top of your left knee. You can press out on your right knee or interlace your fingers behind your left hamstring and pull it in toward your body. across the right from left, switching sides. Left ankle goes over the top of the right knee. You can press out on the left knee or interlace your fingers behind your right hamstring, pulling it in towards your body. And release, uncrossing the left from right. We're going to do a set of crunches here. Hands across your chest or behind your head. Every time you exhale, pull your head and shoulders up off the mat. Inhale, release back down. Working with your breath. Keep your navel sucked in towards your spine. Spine pressed into the mat. If your hands are behind your head, keep your elbows wide. And always keep space in between your chin and your chest. Halfway. And relax your head and shoulders back down into the mat. Drop your hands by your side. We're going to do another set of bridges. So if you need to walk your feet in a little bit, you should just barely be able to touch your heels. Flip your palms towards the ceiling. And take a big inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift the hips up as high as you can. And then release. Nice and controlled all the way back down. Big inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lift and squeeze. And then release all the way back down with your inhale. Continue to work with your own breath, pressing through your heels. Two more. The next time your hips come down to the mat, let them stay there. Walk your feet away from your body. So you're lying in a straight line. Big inhale, sweep the arms over your head. Reach as if someone's pulling you by your fingers and toes. With your next exhale, let your hands fall down by your side, releasing all the tension, melt into your mat. Focus on your breathing, nice big even inhales and exhales. With your next exhale, press into your elbows, rolling all the way up. Come to your most comfortable seated position. Look as far as you can over your right shoulder. Bring it all the way back around, looking as far as you can over your left shoulder. Bring it back to your center. Look up towards the ceiling. Drop your chin towards your chest, looking down towards the floor. Bring your head back to its neutral position. Alternate dropping your ears towards your shoulders, right ear to right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. Alternating sides. Bring your head back to its neutral position. Drop your chin down towards your chest. Let your chin fall from side to side towards your collarbones. And next time your chin comes to your center, let it stay there, and then pull it back up to its natural position. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release all the tension away. Again, big inhale. And exhale. One more time. Pressing your palms together at the top, pull them down to your center. Thanks for joining me today. You can come check out the workout on Wednesday. It's Boost Your Balance at 9, and Friday, Triple Play at 9. Next Monday, I'll be right back here for another Sports Moves. See you next time.